So the first thing that we will do is we will actually create a project. We'll choose Mimic. And then we'll actually head up to Tools and Online Search. And our first thing we will do is actually search for PubMed. So let's type in Mimic 2 or Mimic 3. And we're just going to copy this because we will actually be using this in the future. So right now we're searching PubMed. So at that point we're retrieving these references. We're going to import all of them. And now we're actually going to now search IEEE for the same. And we are going to import all of these as well. And we're like, I'm seeing that it's already found 47 of the references and that were like kind of already imported in PubMed. So we'll click on OK. And the last one that we're just going to do is we're going to do archive. And we're clicking that. And now we're actually going to click OK, and we're going to import all of these as well. So in total, if we and then actually return to the synthesis software, we then kind of find out we have like in total 403. We have like close to 300 coming from IEEE, and 131 from PubMed, and 24 from Archive. We then can like kind of actually just click on a topic clustering, and then what we actually find here is like these are like kind of the major like kind of topics that were actually used here. We as well could like kind of click on word cloud, and we can kind of adjust that so that we can look at basically the titles, or we could look at the abstracts. Then it'll like find actually the most frequently used like words. We can kind of click on these, and that will actually include it in our search filter. So we're like seeing that there's 85 references that are related towards mortality. If we then kind of just head back, and let's say we search for like papers that are kind of related towards here, we then can kind of just head into these, and we can kind of go include. And then what will happen is if we hit on download all papers, the software will like head out and will try to import the full text paper for all the ones that we have actually tried to include. So it takes about 20 seconds per paper, and we'll like see whether these like papers are actually imported. So what we're actually finding is that yes, the first one is actually being basically so it has actually found the first one. So that then will kind of appear on the right. What we can as well do is we can either basically increase the screen, or else we can hit like launch external viewer to actually basically view the paper. So here we're actually basically seeing here's actually the paper that we have. We as well can kind of actually use the search. What we're seeing here is it has actually found all three. What we can do is we can use a search for actually finding the papers, like let's say that have sepsis. We can even basically restrict that to kind of only searching the title. So we find 11 there, or if we search in the abstract, we're then finding 26. And if we actually search in the mesh heading, we're finding 3. And we can even do like kind of search in the full text. So out of the 3 papers that we've actually downloaded, none of them have actually included sepsis. So if we actually go sepsis, we then can actually tag these rows. So we could always put down diagnosis and type in sepsis here. And if we go OK, then at that point we then have all the sepsis. We as well could go septic, and we could even go septic shock and just put those in quotations. And there we're finding 6. And again, we can basically even tag these as well. And we can throw in septic shock and click on OK. And then that then will like actually basically throw those into that column as well. And we then can actually sort that, and we can even basically click View Chart Enhanced, and we then will actually basically the papers. We can turn off the null values. We as well can kind of turn it into a line chart, and we can actually chart all that by a year so that we can actually basically see like kind of how many papers are actually being shown with those.